Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel here. Thank you so much if you've been here always. Thank you so much. If you're new, you're most welcome. Please like, click the notification button, share, because in this my YouTube channel, I am here to help the world. I want to change the world. I want to make a world a better place to live. So whatever thing that I know, I know good, that I know can bring effect in the world, that can change someone's life, that can help somebody, that can motivate, empower someone, that can teach anything that will better the world, it is always in channel. So if you want to hear more of this, please like now. Like please before you start even watching. Like it, share, click the notification button so that you don't miss. Subscribe, please subscribe. Support me, support your girl, so that we make this go worldwide and help everyone. Yeah, today's topic is a serious one, guys. This is something serious which I'm talking about it now, and I know somebody out there might be experiencing it. That is, you're living in abusive relationship. Today the topic is reason why you should not live in an abusive relationship. It's not good. You shouldn't live in an abusive relationship. If you're, I believe when I'm talking now, I might be talking to somebody who is experiencing this, because worldwide, according to the WHO, about 3/3 of women experience domestic violence. You know, so that is worldwide. So, but domestic violence, everybody experiences it, both men and women. But women is more compared to men. So guys, if you are in an abusive relationship, I ask you now, I beg you, don't stay in an abusive relationship. I've been there before. I've been abused. I experienced the worst domestic violence ever. But that is another topic of another day. Today, I'm just going to talk about why you shouldn't stay in an abusive relationship. It's not good. It's not good for you. It's not good for your children. It's not good for everyone. So I beg you, if you're in an abusive relationship, please don't stay. I know it's hard to live. I experienced that. But you need to be strong, especially if you're a woman. You need to, in fact, everybody, but women, please, because women, we are always having children. So, first of all, if you continue to stay in an abusive relationship, it's going to affect you mentally. It's going to affect you psychologically, mentally, and you might end up being depressed. You might end up experiencing anxiety. You might end up getting, mental illnesses such as like post-traumatic disorder, and maybe you even lost your self-confidence, your self-worth. So, you don't need to be in this domestic violent or an abuse relationship, because if you continue to stay there, it's gonna get worse. Sometimes, the problem is sometimes with domestic violence, you might be staying with somebody you love, and maybe when you first started, he loved you so much. And at first you start thinking that it is love because he loves you so much. That's why he doesn't want you to maybe talk to friends, he doesn't want you to talk to other people, he doesn't want you to talk to or anything. Like if you're a woman, doesn't want you to talk to a man or anything, anybody, any male relationship or something like that. You think it's because they love you, but that is not love. Because if someone loves you, they will not make your life, give you pain of life. They will not distress you. They will not make you live miserable. If someone loves you, they will always try to make you happy. So don't think that they love you. And most of the time they'll tell you, they will always come back and say sorry, they will not do it again. But my dear, if you see it happen once or twice, that's already a red flag. And also I want to tell even to young girls, if you are experiencing any domestic, any sort of abuse, please see that as a red flags. Don't take the relationship further. And even women, when you see any red flag, please don't take those relationships further, because it will affect you so badly. Also, like you women, it will make you control. It will make you, when you keep going through the same thing over, you may build anger because you become depressed. And when you become depressed, you may build anger so much to the extent you either hurt yourself, maybe you become suicidal, or you might even end up, either first of all, hurting yourself, or even killing yourself, or even you might end up killing your partner, the abuser, the one who is abusing you. So you see, that is not good. You need to, when you're in an abusive relationship, you need to get out. as quick as possible, don't stay there for long. Then another one, secondly, think of if you have children, is even worse. Domestic violence or in an abusive relationship can affect children so badly, because you may think that children are still too young, they don't realize they do. Maybe sometime when your partner, you're fighting, maybe you think you're fighting in the bedroom, but sometimes, whatever argument you're having might escalate. You might be screaming on top of your voice, you don't even realize. And a child, being children, it might be peeping through it might be peeping, it might be outside the door, it might, if you're downstairs, it might be at the stair, they might be watching, and this thing will start to affect them, it will affect them. That's why when you see them, when they sometimes it affect them in a way that they'll start to experience like anxiety, they become moody, they experience like headache, they experience like stomach ache, they experience, they're anger all the time, and they act out, especially when they go to school. Sometimes you find they just lash out, they start fighting other friends, because that anger is building in them. They might be very destructive, they may even lack concentration in class. Maybe they will not even like have enough sleep, because whatever they've seen is like going in their head, wondering, and then sometimes these children, they grow up with this kind of environment, and sometimes they start to believe that maybe that is a normal way to live, and then if it is a girl, she will see like the mother tolerate this kind of abusive, she grow up to become that better woman. Because she knows that is the way to live, her mother went through that, so she think that is a normal. So even though they're in an abusive relationship, she will not take it seriously, she will stay. If it is a boy, he will now, let's say it is your husband who is abusive, he will now take after the father. He think that's the way how to treat women, and then whatever woman he marries, is gonna be very violent on her, so it's gonna be very abusive to her, and has already you've destroyed your children. And this kind of thing, it continue like that, even other generation will continue, because it will continue like that in your generation, and then it will not be also good for the society. That means like the society, you're creating more violent society. The children, they'll commit crime, a lot of crime. Most of the time they end up in prison, they end up doing bad thing, they even start experimenting with like drug, like lady, all of like prostitution, so it's not good for our children, so they grow up thinking that that is the normal way to live, you see. So that's why, if a mother, please, if you have children, please don't stay in an abusive relationship for long. For me, like I say, everything I talk here is of what I've experienced. I experienced, like I said, the worst one. But I thank God that the police and the social worker uh, came fast to rescue me when my child was only 2 weeks. So when a neighbor alerted the police, the social worker, they got involved, and I was removed from my house when my child was only 2 weeks. So it didn't have to witness that, like to grow. Otherwise, if he was to grow in that environment, it would not be good for him. Even though for me it has affected me still up to now, I am too scared. I'm still too scared to get into any other relationship. So you see what I'm talking about. you know Even though I've gone through therapies, but still it will affect you. So I just urge all women and girls, please, any red flags of abuse, please don't tolerate. You have to leave that environment. It doesn't mean that if one relationship fails, the rest will fail. It will not. Even the men too experience domestic violence a lot. They experience abuse relationship. Please, men, you need not to stay in that. You need not to stay in that environment, because if you continue to stay in that environment, they get away with it. So you need to leave. Yeah, like women, you need to leave, so that, like for children, so that children know that abusive relationship is not accepted. And also to tell the abuser that they cannot go away with whatever they are doing. You need to get out, women, if you have children, so that your children may later recover. So you need to, when you come out of it, you need to get help. I'm gonna put some links here in other support where you can check in my description. Please, if you're in a domestic or an abusive relationship, you need to try and check on those. I will put them down here. There's information, the link that you can get help quick. So yeah, so that's all I want to talk about, because I've experienced this and I don't want other people to experience it. Please, let me tell you, if somebody love you, they will not hurt you. If someone love you, they will always try to make you happy. And when one relationship fails, it doesn't mean that's the end of the world. Your Mr. Right will come. When they come, you will see. You will not experience all these things that you are experiencing. Okay? Thank you so much. Please, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Click the notification. Please like, so that like this thing, share and let other people out there who are suffering through this may come out abusive relationship. Let them not stay in an abusive relationship. It's not health for yourself. It's not health for your children. It's not healthy for the society. It's not health for the environment. It's very costly for the NHS. You don't want your children to end up in care home. You don't need to disconnect family. You need to be in a healthy environment, so that we build a beautiful environment. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for coming to watch this my YouTube channel, for liking, for subscribing, and for supporting me. Please guys, share, like, subscribe, please. Let this share, please let it go out there. You never know, because abusive relationship always end up bad, normally in death and others. So let's help, let's support, let's make our world a better world to live. Thank you so much. And as this, I want to say, have a wonderful Sunday and may God bless you. Bye for now.